think it's safe to say that I have a type. I love a sleuth, a private eye, an investigateur. I have played many a mystery game in pursuit to quench my thirst for fictional detectives, and I would like to present my findings in a smash or pass format. A couple of disclaimers. Number one, I should think that this goes without saying, but there will be no child detective characters in this list. So if you're wondering where Nancy Drew or Tails the Fox is, they're in school, kiddo. Number two, ACAB. Just because I have the hots for a fictional FBI agent doesn't mean that I would, marry a cop in real life, or even that I'm super down with the current justice system. Part of my attraction to these characters in the first place is that they're fictional, therefore they are unattainable, therefore they can never hurt me. And even within my fictional preferences, you'll see that I tend to lean towards characters who aren't traditionally employed in law enforcement. We'll start off with the obvious, Professor Herschel Layton from Professor Layton. Now, this man is inherently smashable. I mean, don't you want those beady little eyes roving over your naked form? I sure do. At the same time, despite him being an ideal male specimen, I've never actually thirsted for this man. I'm also not entirely sure that he does smash. But Detective Rose, I hear you say, I present the evidence that the man has 3 children, to which I reply, yes, but one of them is adopted, and the other 2 are also adopted. And his favorite child is his apprentice, who's not even his kid. He was definitely built for the godfather/uncle life, and not so much for the actual father life. But if presented with the opportunity, let's be honest, I will smash. The top hat stays on during sex, obviously. Inspector Chelmy from Professor Layton. I love this guy, but pass, as I can't break up him and Amelie. You literally see them on their honeymoon in Azran Legacy. And now that I think about it, he's one of very few characters on this list who has a partner. Those detectives, they're always married to the job. Or they're widowed. Catriel Layton from Layton's Mystery Journey. Cute as a button. Dumb as a rock. Smash. Emiliana Perfetti from Layton's Mystery Journey. Cold as ice. Step on me, you forensic analyst, if that's even what you do, I forget. Smash. Alfendi Layton from Layton Brothers Mystery Room. Pass like my life depends on it, and my life very well may depend on it. I'm not a murderer, so what if he goes into potty prof mode while, during, or literally any other time we're alone? It will not end well for me. I'm realizing that very few of you have probably played Layton Brothers Mystery Room, and therefore when I say potty prof, in any context, but especially a sexual context, it probably sounds like a golden shower situation, and for my own amusement, I will not explain further. Lucy Baker from Layton Brothers Mystery Room. Smash! Just to hear that northern accent that you never get to hear because she's not voice acted, but you know it's there. Dick Gumshoe from Ace Attorney. Now, himbos make the world go round, but they are not my personal type, so I'll have to pass. And don't even ask me about Phoenix and Edgeworth, because while they are both incredibly smashable, they are only allowed to smash each other. Cole Phelps from LA Noire. Pass. Goes for the entire LAPD. The further you get into the game, the more you realize, wow, he really is kind of one of the better ones, but, the bar is in hell. Connor Arcade 100 from Detroit Become Human. Oh my god, are we kidding? My autistic robot has Bondo? Are we kidding? Absolutely smash. The idea of him going deviant, by falling in love and, gaining a maybe protective, jealous instinct towards the object of his affections. I've never read a self-insert fic about that. How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Hank Anderson from Detroit Become Human. Look, he is objectively the best character in the game, and I do love older men. But not quite that old, I'm gonna have to pass. FBI agent Norman Jayden from Heavy Rain. This man has no life outside of his job and his trypticane addiction. Smash! The Ari glasses stay on during sex. So he can pretend that I'm someone else. Oh, maybe not. Scott Shelby from Heavy Rain. Pass. If you know, you know. Carter Blake from Heavy Rain. Kill. We're not playing Fuck, Marry, Kill, but the man's a walking Geneva Convention violation. Carla Valenti from Fahrenheit. The only thing I remember about her is that she's a claustrophobe. And I'm claustrophobia-phobic. Pass. Tyler Miles from Fahrenheit. He also has a girlfriend, so pass. I just don't really have a reason to smash, and if it's not a smash, it's a pass. Kyoko Kirigiri from Danganronpa. Mary. Again, we're not playing Fuck, Marry, Kill, but she is my taste in women. And yes, she is a woman, she is of age, I don't want to fucking hear it. I have never said anything more incriminating in all of my days. Are you a true gamer if you don't have at least one semi-shameful crush on an anime girl? Anyway, she's an aloof, hyper-intelligent detective with a secret heart of gold, so like literally smash. Sherlock Holmes, specifically from Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 by Frogwares. Why does he look like that? I'm used to Sherlock Holmes being played by men who are not unattractive, but who only 15-year-olds with daddy issues on Tumblr would argue to the death that they are attractive. And I know this because I used to be one of them. So color me perturbed when I saw this man with his fuckboy haircut and his jawline that could cut glass. Pass, because I cannot trust this man as far as I could throw him. Batman from any of them. This man's never been a detective to me. Pass. Matt Booker from James Noir's Hollywood Crimes. I made an entire video about wanting to smash this guy. Does he deserve it? No. Would I still smash? Absolutely. The player character from Disco Elysium. Pass, because my I can fix him days are almost entirely behind me. Lynn from Ghost Trick. She's adorable, but I have to pass just for my own safety. Being anywhere near this woman is a hazard to life and limb. Detective Cabanella from Ghost Trick. Smiggity smiggity smash! When our Father who art in heaven created Detective Cabanella, he loaded that man up with riz and nothing else. He doesn't even walk, he just dances or struts or floats. He's magnificent. Bigby Wolf from The Wolf Among Us. Pass, as I prefer twinks to bears. Or wolves, I guess. Francis York Morgan from Deadly Premonition. Pass. Pass him on the side of the road as he's begging for the help of a good Samaritan. That goes for the entire Greenvale, is that what it's called? Police department. Emily's pretty cute and she has a nice voice, but pass. Jake Hunter from Jake Hunter. I have played 2 games starring this man, and I know absolutely fuck all about him other than he smokes cigarettes and drives a green Mini Cooper, which I do find amusing, but pass. Yasuhiko Mana from the Portopia serial murder case. I mean, who could pass on such a beautiful, expressive face? It's me. I could. Pass. This is like the first mystery visual novel, though, which that's huge. And it offers a generous amount of police brutality for a game that can be played in under half an hour. Kyle Hyde from Hotel Dusk. Ugh, my nosy bisexual king. Smash. Shonosuke Nanase from Chase Cold Case Investigations. He's a blander, darker-haired Kyle Hyde. This game is an hour long. Pass. Jay Weaver from Again. There's no way this man's old enough to be FBI. That doesn't really have anything to do with smashing or passing, but pass. Marcy Blake from Unsolved Crimes. Pass. We don't even need a jump cut. Pass. Dr. Lautrec from Dr. Lautrec and the Forgotten Knights. I hate this guy. He's an asshole. I want him to die alone. Pass. Takayuki Yagami from Judgment. Listen. I see shaggy hair and a leather jacket and a smart mouth and an unwavering sense of justice and a black belt in a martial art and a protectiveness towards children, and I have to smash. He is literally like top shelf video game husband territory. Masaharu Kaito from Judgment. Oh my god, he's gorgeous. And look at, this is what he wears even when he's on a stealth mission. I love him. He and Yagami are both, like, brainy and brawny, but Yagami's the brains while Kaito is the brawn. And I tend to prefer the brains, but that being said, Kaito is just so delicious. Smash. Francis McQueen from Darkside Detective. He's funny and level-headed, but he's also got no face. Smash. Mal Fallon from Cause of Death. He looks like Neil Caffrey. Smash. Natara Williams from Cause of Death. She looks like a pretty lady. Smash. Gabriel Knight from Gabriel Knight. Pixel form smash, remastered form smash, FMV form smash, polygonal 3D form pass. Tex Murphy from Tex Murphy. It was gonna be a pass because I didn't feel like doing this guy any favors, but he has a really nice voice. I would smash for the pillow talk alone. Ace Harding from Deja Vu. Pass? You only ever see his head. Rick from 64th Street. Smash, but only if I felt like being put through a window. which sometimes I do. Tracker McDyke from Caper and the Castro. You never see her, but like, come on, she is a lesbian private detective in the earliest known LGBT-themed computer game, which was also charityware that raised money for AIDS research, and she rescues a drag queen. She has to be the hottest woman in the world. Smash! Fred Newman from Deadhead Fred. So this was a pass at first, and not even because he's headless, but because he has this green skin, and I'm racist against Elphaba, I guess. No, he has this green skin, and because he's undead, it made me think, oh, is this like a Frankenstein's monster kind of deal? I don't really know if I'm down with that, because unlike that one Starbomb song, I do not want rotting flesh all up inside me. But then it flashes back to before he died, and it shows that he's just always had green skin, because in the style of this game, people have like blue and purple skin and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, in that case, smash. I love a smart mouth, man, what can I say? The brain water tank head stays on during sex. Thank you very much. Well, that about wraps it up, and I hope you enjoyed the... What do you mean I missed someone? I mean, yeah, obviously I did not list every single video game detective, but come on, I listed a lot of the major ones, and what, you expect me to play every mystery game out there, or... Oh. You mean... him. Detective Pikachu from Detective Pikachu. 4, 3, 2, 1, smash!